This news update is brought to you by...
From rom-coms to dramatic tearjerkers and hit action movies, video on demand from Flow's got what you need, baby. Spend some we time tonight. Oh yeah. Simply press the VOD button on your Flow remote. This is how we do TV. This is how we flow.
This is the Barbados Today Evening Update for Wednesday, February 24th, 2016. Thank you for joining us. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. The Caribbean Development Bank says the Barbados economy will grow by 0.9% this year. That's half of what the Central Bank of Barbados forecasted at the beginning of the year. The CDB's Director of Economics, Dr. Justin Ram, says despite a significant increase in tourism arrivals, the island's main foreign exchange earning sector is not raking in as much as it did before. That, he explains, is because tourists are not spending as much or staying as long as they did in the past.
So really there needs to be a program to get greater value added out of the tourism product. In addition to this, the government is in the midst of an austerity program. And as you would recall that in 2015 and even before that, there were some considerable layoffs within the public sector, leading to an overall decline in employment. And that is now feeding through into the economy. So we expect that to have a somewhat negative impact on growth, and hence the reason for the low growth rate forecast in 2016.
Meantime, there is a 0.3% economic growth forecasted for the region, with the CDB president, Dr. Warren Smith, revealing that 13 of the bank's 19 borrowing members expected to experience faster growth this year than it did in 2015. He explains that the forecast is linked to a number of international factors.
And one could conclude that Caribbean economies are in something of a recovery mode, and in my view that's fair comment, except that this recovery is occurring at a time of great uncertainty in what is emerging as a somewhat topsy-turvy external environment. These external threats include the possibility of economic weakening in Europe and in North America, at the same time that China's growth rate is slowing as that country addresses internal structural weaknesses. The threats also loom ominously in the shape of the correspondent bank de-risking crisis, which portends challenges for the movement of money into and out of Caribbean economies.
In other news, Senator Wilfred Abrahams is demanding answers from the government about its plans for garbage disposal in the country. In his contribution to the debate on the Sanitation Service Authority Amendment Bill 2016 this morning, Abraham made it clear that the country is now facing its worst garbage crisis, and he wants the minister responsible for the sector to outline his plans to rectify the situation.
The government of Barbados needs to tell us what its plans are if it expects the people of Barbados to work with it. The Minister of the Environment needs to say what his plans are for the Sanitation Service Authority. When will the new trucks come? Are they coming? Is the garbage collection situation in Barbados being looked at? Has it been looked at? What are the results? The time for silence has now passed entirely, ma'am. It is now time for dialogue.
Senator Abrahams is also calling for the entire garbage system to be revamped.
I believe it is time now for the Sanitation Service Authority to relook itself. It has to look at a sustainable model. The minister recently said, well, in 2013, he said he put 9 new trucks on the road. We dispute that. In 2014, he said 20 more trucks are needed. In 2015, he acknowledged that the proper complement should be 45 trucks. But we're still in a position where only between 7 and 10 trucks are on the road. It is not working. Maybe we have to have the hard talk about what is really necessary to solve the garbage collection issues in Barbados. Maybe it might be a matter of privatization. Maybe it might be a matter of hybrid, whether some private, some public. We also need to look at the plan for Barbadians. It is inevitable, Madam President, that we have to recycle in Barbados. We have to have a sustainable approach to dealing with garbage in Barbados.
Senator Dr. Esther Bayasuku is calling for Barbadians to take responsibility for their waste disposal. She made the plea as she tabled the bill in the Senate this morning, adding that Barbadians do not see the value in their garbage, nor are they taking the reduce, reuse, recycle call seriously.
We're not seeing efforts on to reduce the garbage. I think the volume of garbage now, I'm not even sure where it's at now, but the volume of garbage is increasing. People are not reducing their garbage. There's a lot of packaging. We're not even attempting to compact our own garbage before putting it in our garbage containers. And that in itself would make quite a difference to the collection effort and you know, and how we store garbage. You know, rather than just take a whole carton, an empty carton, and throw it in the garbage, ideally you should really crush that up and then put it in the garbage. It also means that it is less likely that water can settle in there and mosquitoes and so on. But it means that the volume of garbage you're putting out is reduced, because rather than it taking up a bag, you know, or 2 bags, it may just take up 1, because you're crushing your boxes, you're crushing your containers, and so on. Those are things that we can do. Reusing them. I know it is easier. It may even be cheaper to go out and buy a new thing. But we do have to think about the long-term effect of our actions.
In news from the law courts now, and the 54-year-old Michael Antonio Greenidge of Lovell's Road, Messiah Street, St. John, is a free man after spending over 3 years on remand on a charge of murder. Greenidge was previously accused of murdering George Clark, who died almost a year after the 2 men were reportedly engaged in an altercation at Clark's River St. Philip Farm on November 18, 2010. The Director of Public Prosecution informed the District C Magistrates Court today that the case against the farmer, who has been behind bars since 2012, has been discontinued. In sports, former FIFA President Sepp Blatter and suspended UEFA boss Michel Platini today failed in their appeals against bans from all football-related activities. However, they did have the period reduced from 8 years to 6 by FIFA's Appeals Committee. Meantime, Friday's FIFA presidential election will go ahead as planned after candidate Prince Ali bin Al Hassan lost a bid to have it suspended. Prince Ali is unhappy with the voting arrangements, but the Court of Arbitration for Sport rejected his call. The Jordanian wanted transparent voting booths to ensure the election is free. That's fair and open.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Hey, well, when the know when to see me, it's AgriFest time again. And the theme this year is Grow, Sell, Eat, Repeat from February the 26th to the 28th. Come and see the livestock, dog show, Joran Chef Cook-Off, children's play park, puppetry and storytelling, even the comedy segment, so bring your clean joke and come. Now for entertainment, a tribute to Barbados by Gabby, a tribute to Joseph Knife, and Lizzie are going to be there. Are you looking for one here? AgriFest, I'm going to sell my things that I grow, and I can eat some too. Are you looking for one here? See one?
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter. That's the move for me. Stability, prosperity. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines records its first case of the Zika virus. Speaking in Parliament on Tuesday, Health Minister Luke Brown revealed that an unidentified person had been affected with the virus and has since fully recovered. The Health Minister urged citizens to take steps to protect themselves against the virus and other mosquito-borne illnesses and to eliminate places where the insect can breed. Apart from Kingstown, Jamaica, Barbados, Trinidad and Tobago, Guyana and Suriname are among Caribbean countries where the virus has been detected. Further afield, at least 3 people were killed as several powerful tornadoes hit the southern United States on Tuesday. Tornadoes lashed Louisiana, Mississippi, and Florida, destroying homes and businesses. The deaths occurred when mobile homes were destroyed in Louisiana and Mississippi. Meteorologists say the storm system could hit Alabama, Georgia, and the Carolinas and Virginia later this evening. And that's news and sports. But for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadoscity.tv. Also, subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're also on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 101 on Flow TV and Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. To have a great evening.